Well, me and Maya is going to go out and watch the Christmas parade. She got her seatbelt on, but I might have put a little bit tighter to keep her back. But we're going to enjoy tonight. We're going to go get some hot chocolate, at least for me, and we're going to enjoy our annual Christmas parade. And there's the parade. The first vehicle is, of course, the town enforcement, and they enforce the bylaws within the town limits. But the second vehicle, if you're not from Canada, I'm sure you've heard of the Mounties. And this is the Mounties, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or the RCMP. That's our national police force. They do still wear those beautiful red uniforms on special occasions, but they also have the musical ride, and they wear the uniforms during that as well. Horses trained to music. I've seen it now, I believe twice, if not 3 times, and I'm amazed each time I see it. It is something, if you ever have the opportunity to go and see, I encourage you to go. It is truly an amazing experience. And here is the marching band. Unfortunately, we only have one in our Christmas parade, but be able to go to larger centers, bigger cities, and to see so many different bands playing, that got to be an amazing experience. Just to be able to see all those beautiful bands. And here we have the float, Friends of Big Falls. That's a beautiful campground, and it's actually a salmon river, a falls where the salmon actually jumps the falls. And now we have one of many fire trucks from our local fire department. They will all be in this parade, and it's great to see them out supporting the local Christmas parade. A lot of times you'll see a vehicle or a float and people will be walking next to it, handing out candies, handing out treats. I guess all parades are pretty much the same. Let me know what it's like on your Christmas parade. Do they give out treats? Because where I grew up, our town was separated by a salmon river. So we had 2 Santa Clauses on Christmas Eve. Now, everything was done on Christmas Eve. Our parade was done on Christmas Eve. And in the morning, each side of the town would have a Santa Claus. In order to speed things up, they would go to every household. They would knock on every door, and they would have a goodie bag. And if you didn't have any kids, you still got a goodie bag. And if you were a senior, you got a goodie bag. But if you had kids, every child in your household received a goodie bag. And they were big goodie bags with lots of treats, can of pop, bag of chips, candies, apples. It was a big goodie bag. This was done in the morning. Then in the afternoon, we'd have our Christmas parade. And then Santa Claus, only one Santa Claus, would be throwing out treats, throwing out candies along the parade route to kids. And we never had a nighttime parade. It was always in the afternoon because it was on Christmas Eve. That's what got us in the mood for Christmas. And since I moved away from home, from my hometown, Christmas parades are different. They're in the night, and not just that, they're a long ways away from Christmas Day. So where I grew up, the week before Christmas, you had your Christmas concerts in the churches, and before the town had their Christmas concert, our school had a Christmas concert. But then our school shut down and we were bused to a nearby town for schooling. So then the town took over the Christmas concert, or actually the Recreation Commission. So it really got us in the mood the last week before Christmas. We really got in the spirit of Christmas. I love the big floats, the transport trucks with the beautiful floats. It's too bad we don't have more involvement, more people, more companies, more businesses putting in floats. I know there's a lot of work and it's hard to get people to dedicate their time, but look at this. Look at the ladder truck. Look at all those lights. Look up in the basket. Looks like a doggy. So what do you think of that concept of having your Christmas parade on Christmas Eve? Now, it had to be really stormy for us not to have the Christmas parade because we didn't really have very many floats, if any, back then. It was mostly just vehicles decorated. So if it was calling for a real bad storm, they used to have it the day before or a couple of days before, but I can't remember it ever being canceled on Christmas Eve. because you were using vehicles. It wasn't the same as your floats. So what do you think of that concept? Do you think that would be something that would really get you into the Christmas spirit? The day before, have your Christmas parade, Santa Claus visiting your house, visiting every house in town. That was pretty good. That's the traditions that I miss. It's simple traditions, but it really got you in the spirit. So the week leading up to Christmas, it was filled full of a lot of activities, and all Christmas related. Now it's like 2 weeks before Christmas parade, sometimes 3 weeks before Christmas. I mean, the time, there's a big gap. And sometimes I wonder, wouldn't it be nice to have those traditions again? You know, Christmas parade on Christmas Eve. This is a familiar truck. Well, it's an airport truck towing a plane. Beautiful float. Too bad they didn't have a little bit more added to it. And this, well, this is not your normal fire truck, and it's not the town fire truck. It's an airport fire truck. Very important tool, and they don't mess around. They're there to ensure if there's any incidents, it's resolved quickly. And that is the tools that they need to do it right. Another transport truck float. Gotta love them. There's usually a lot of things happening within that float, which is very interesting. And this is no different than any other. Look at the wheels, the colors. That is a beautiful float. Lots of lights. The best thing about nighttime parade is the lights. Sometimes it's hard to record it, to get it on video, to actually appreciate it, but the lights are beautiful. And one of our local ambulances, I tell you, first responders don't get the credit they deserve, because you don't realize what they see and what they have to witness. And the work that they do and the stress they're under, they're definitely underpaid and underappreciated. Some people might disagree, but look at some other professions out there, the money they get for what they're doing compared to our first responders. Definitely underpaid. Definitely underpaid. Another beautiful float, and look, they're giving out more treats. The floats this year is beautiful. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this vehicle that will spray the aircraft to ensure that there's no ice buildup before it takes off. They are great vehicles. So the airport is really putting in a lot of floats this year and a lot of vehicles for people to see. And it's nice to be able to see them up close. And another beautiful float, Journey to Bethlehem. Beautiful. And a doggy. We got a tow truck there, a flatbed for Santa's sleigh in case he breaks down. And here we go. And that's a pretty big horse. For a minute there, I thought that might have been Rudolph. We do have a lot of floats this year, a lot of beautiful floats. And look at this, the town's float. And they got the snow blower with the lights pretending it's blowing snow. Beautiful float. I think this vehicle might have been lost. I think he might have squeezed in somewhere. I don't see any decorations or lights. Yeah, I think he might have squeezed in there. And you got the search and rescue team. They're helping out with traffic control during the Christmas parade. And here he is, Santa Claus. Santa Claus coming to town. And that means the parade is ending. The parade is over. There's Santa. And there we go. Another Christmas parade in the books. And the fire trucks will go behind just to close it up. That is the Christmas parade. And Miss Maya is very tired, and she behaved herself quite well, didn't you, girlie? Go to next year's Christmas parade with Dad? Yeah, I think she will. Miss Maya. And that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's Christmas parade. And we'll see you in our next video.